Great morning, great morning, great morning. I am Nicole D. Jones, and I am just happy and grateful for another day. I'm happy and grateful for life. I'm happy and grateful for you. I'm happy and grateful for another opportunity to work on Nicole D. Jones, to be in a position and a posture to see me, to right my wrongs, to be able to know that my glass is half full, never half empty. And of course, Mondays is our Manifest Monday. And I want to kind of do a little pulse check today. By faith, I'm believing that you're still speaking your self-confidence formula to you. By faith, I'm believing that you have tailor-made the self-confidence for you. Okay? There's nothing that we're doing that as time passes, we're not building on it, okay? So we still are working towards our goal. We're working towards the vision that we wrote down and we made plain. We're still speaking our affirmations, spending our time. Well, for me, spending my time with Jehovah God in the mornings. We're still doing our routines, okay? We're doing this because we're coming together to stay accountable for one another, all right? So I'm going to believe that we are healthy, we are wealthy, we're prosperous, that at this point we've come out of the first quarter of 2021. So come, what day is it? Come Thursday, April 1st, in our fourth month, I'm believing that somebody sees something different in you, because repetition will bring consistency and consistency will bring change. So we are not who we were before. I don't care if you messed up yesterday. This is Manifest Monday. We are healthy, we're wealthy, we're prosperous, we are unapologetically who we are, because we're not arrogant and proud, but we do it in a posture of submission and humility. Okay? We don't walk in guilt and shame, but we speak life, not only to ourselves, but we speak life in every situation where even if we think it's dead, it'll come alive. All right? Man, I felt that. This is Manifest Monday. I'm going to challenge our manifesting though, because we're doing affirmations, right? We're doing affirmations. We're speaking those things that are not as though they are, all right? We're increasing our faith while we're doing all of this. There should be a Hercules Shiro feeling inside of you, okay? It should be in you. As we come and we manifest things together on Mondays, it should be something that's pumping you up, all right? Because we understand the power in our tongue. We understand the authority that we possess, okay? I feel like I'm looking up. We understand, all right, that we have dominion over this earth. So in manifesting, we're just not loose lip Lucy, all right? We're not just saying anything. Everything that we say, it comes from the soul of us. It comes from who we are, and we speak it, okay? We are victorious. We are beautiful, okay? Beauty is not what you see out here. My skin is flawed. I got a birthmark that ain't never going away. It came in this earth with me. It's going to leave with me. I got moles. That's not beauty. Why are you beautiful? Because it comes from inside of you. Your soul is beautiful. Your spirit is beautiful. These are the things we're speaking to ourselves. We're victorious. We're warriors that win every battle because we understand that our footsteps are predestined. Okay? We're manifesting things in our life. The more we manifest them, the less we'll get caught up on what we see. Okay? I don't know if I shared this on here or not, because I listened to my mentor, and my mentor, he was talking about the 5 senses. Okay? Shout out to Riyad Jones. I'm going to shout my mentor out every time I can, because I respect him. I honor him. I see the wisdom in this 27-year-old man. Yes, 27. Wisdom don't have an age on it. When you learn how to deal with your mindset, when you learn how to change your perspective, when you learn that your mind is the Garden of Eden, and we are trying to get there, get back to where it was before Eve bit the apple. I told you everything goes back to the word of God, okay? When you understand that, you can't put a price on wisdom. You got some people that's 80 years old and still act 12, all right? When we take the time to deal with our mindset, when we take the time to deal with our perspective, when we take the time to build our self-confidence that we can have self-control, it brings about wisdom, all right? It brings it. Why am I so passionate about this? Because I understand I can speak just as easy as I can speak something negative and it happened. I can speak something positive and know that it will manifest in my life because it's coming from inside of me. It's coming from that perfect place of my creation. Jehovah God is perfect. So we are perfect. All right. We are created in perfection. We're striving. We're walking it out so that through this journey, when we get to the destiny, we're back to our original state. Man, know your DNA. Oh, Lord. Oh, losing. All right. Manifesting, no, okay? You gotta know. I want to challenge you. Yes, we're beautiful. Yes, we're victorious. Yes, we are loved. And yes, we are loved, okay? Go back to Riyadh. Why am I going to challenge you? I'm going to tell you why after I share this with what my mentor said. So with our five senses, because we already know that in order to increase our belief, we must activate it with our five senses, right? We've talked about this, okay? If you missed it, go back. YouTube, I am Nicole D. Jones. Type it out like a sentence. I've even created a playlist. So if a bunch of other things pop up, you ain't even got to worry about that. Some of it's me, some of it's not. Go to the playlist, okay? Morning mindset calls, all right? But we've talked about what increases your belief is your five senses, all right? We got touch, we got smell, we got sight, we got hearing, and we got taste. Right? The five senses that we have, okay? Stirring those up is what increases your belief. What is belief? It's a strong desire. So when we start doing this, we increase that desire, which increases our belief that we can obtain the goal that we've written down and that what we're shooting for. But he began to talk about how with all the senses, you have 11 million, okay? 11 million. I'm going to look that up, make sure I'm telling you correctly. But there's 11 million, like neurons just activating, right? Out of the total of the five senses. But out of that, 10 million of them are activated by sight, the sense of sight, all right? Now, what blew my mind with this, and I'm going to pull it up, all right? I'm going to pull it up. I was working on something else, but Holy Spirit, all right, senses, Riyadh. Let me go back to him. What absolutely blew my mind with it all was because when he was talking, that's what it was. So he was talking about receptors, right? There are 11 million receptors in your senses total. 10 million receptors are your power of sight. The strongest sense that we have that activates our brain, that sits up here where our garden is, up here in the mind, is what you see. It's what you see. It's your sight. But what activates your belief is what you don't see. That's your faith. Okay? What we see is the strongest sense of what we do. But sight is the function of the eye, where vision is the function of the heart. Listen, at the end of it, we're judged by our heart. Okay? At the end, through this journey, when we get to the destiny, we're going to be judged. Jehovah God judges us by our heart. All right? So now you have 11 million receptors. 10 million of them are the power of sight. Yet, sight is the function of this eyeball, right? Vision is the function of your heart. Why are you telling me all this, Nicole? On Manifest Monday. I'm challenging you that even while you're getting together your list of affirmations, because that's what it is, okay? When you get together your list of affirmations, like I told y'all last week, we're intentional on the words we speak, all right? Be intentional on the words that you're going to begin to speak to manifest in your life. What is it that you're looking for? If you're trading, what is it that you're looking for? All right? Because our heart can be to lead, to get legacy. Our heart can be to want to, be able to help our family, to want to be able to be in a better financial place. But what are you going to begin to speak to manifest? Because if you believe that it is a portion of your life, what do you want the overflow to look like? Can we get to understand that in the Garden of Eden, which is where we're created, we serve a limitless God? We understand the difference in speaking things from the heart versus lying to ourselves. I'm not telling you to pull out a thought and say that I'm going to be worth 50 trillion by December 31st. I'm not telling you to lie to yourself. But what I am telling you is at this point, if we have been doing this consistently, there should be some vision that you now see from here. And you have enough self-confidence and self-control to step out on faith, to believe that you can speak it and you will be disciplined enough to make it manifest and grow. Okay? Why? Because once we write it, we're going to activate our 5 senses, understanding that sight is 10 million of the 11 million receptors. Why am I pointing this out? Because when you speak from vision and your eyeball don't see what's lined up, you learn how to close your eyes and walk by faith, not by sight. You understand that there's purpose in how you've been created, and out of 11 million receptors that need to be split up in 5, 10,000 of them are in one. You do realize that 10 million. So that leaves 1 million to be right here. 10 million are in your sight. So what are you saying, Nicole? Now you're confusing me. I ain't confusing you. You're not confused. Here's the deal. What do? When we write it from here, when we see it from here and we write the vision and make it plain and we have our cards everywhere and we're manifesting and speaking them, when this doesn't line up with this, that's when we learn how to do this. All right? We're still walking. We're still speaking. If I'm doing this, you can't even see my eyes. But I am thankful. I am so happy and grateful now that by December 31st, I am worth $100,000 liquidity. I am so happy and grateful now that no matter what comes and goes, I understand that I have won. I understand that I am victorious. I am so happy and grateful now. Why am I speaking like this? Because my situation may not look like it, but my situation is it. Manifest Monday. All right? We got to get this thing. Get it in here. Don't see me on here. Hear me from your heart, not from where you see me. All right? Because the sound is still going in our ears. But see me from the heart, not from the eyes. Okay? Because I know you're speaking things that you don't naturally see. But do you see it in your garden? Can you see it in your garden? Because if you can work on this picture more than the picture that's right here, I guarantee you it'll line up. I guarantee you everything that you see and hear will manifest itself here on earth. Everything that we see here on earth, y'all do know that it's already done in heaven. Everything that manifests here on earth has already been done in the spirit. Everything. So you're having something going on that don't look good, don't feel good, just know, baby, that it's already manifested. It showed up here, but what we can be assured of is if it's here, the end result is great. The end result is everything that you need. The end result is what makes, creates, and sets you to be who you are, unapologetically and perfect. Divine. Understand that. Man, I got to come about this sweater. Manifest Monday. Manifest Monday. What is faith? It's you speaking those things that are not as though they are. Okay? What is it? What is it? We got to understand who we are. We got to understand whose we are. Okay? At the end of the day, Jehovah God is who created each and every one of us because we are spirit with a soul wrapped in this flesh. So whatever the flesh wants to follow, you do, which is why we need to learn how to put it under subjection. But whatever this sinful flesh follows, it cannot change the spirit of who you are. Okay? No matter what situation comes, it cannot minimize the power and the authority you possess in your tongue. Okay? So let's be intentional to manifest from the belly of who we are. Let's be intentional to manifest not on what we see with 10 million receptors, but on what we see in the heart of who we are, because that's where judgment comes. Okay? We're not judged on anything but our heart, because you can be one that goes and does good deeds all day, every day. And while you doing it, you bitter, resentful, mumbling and grumbling. You will not be rewarded for that at your destiny, because you'll be rewarded here on your journey. You better recognize understand how powerful you truly are. Understand your true DNA. Understand that your mind is the Garden of Eden. Okay? Nicole, what you talking about? What's the garden? Google it. All right? It's the Garden of Eden. All of our gardens are the same, regardless of what lawn company you want to go to tend to it. All right? It's all the same. And all of us are trying to get back to where before sin, before the war in our mind came. All right? Because that's what brought the war. That's why it happens in the mind. But we're going to walk this journey out, peeling layers off, so that when we get to destiny, we get right back in the garden where we're supposed to be. But I need y'all to understand, what you see in that place are your blessings that you are supposed to have and be rewarded with through this journey. All right? You got to know who you are. So, Manifest Monday. I want you to be intentional. All right? We know what does healthy look like for you? This is what I mean. All right. I am healthy. Okay. Be intentional to know what healthy looks like for you. You know what you need to do, regardless if you're doing it or not. You know what you need to do. Begin to write those things down, because when you can see it, you will begin to believe it. We will put our five senses, activate them, that where we can increase our desire for that belief, and we will be it. All right. I am wealthy. What does wealth look like for you? Wealth looks different for everybody. But one thing I want wealth to be with all of us, what do you look like within? What does your wealthiness look like from within? Because wealth starts from within and it will come out. All right? Because you're worth more than any amount of monetary or money. A lot of people put wealth just with money. No, that's just a byproduct of the wealth in you. Okay? So what does your wealth look like? Begin to speak it. What does prosperity look like? Because you are prosperous. You're healthy. You're wealthy. You're prosperous. And everything that your hands touch, it must, it shall, and it will manifest and grow. So what does it look like? What does that book look like that you're going to be passing out to people when you write it? What does it look like? Speak it. Manifest it. Be intentional with the things that you're speaking for yourself. Write it down. Get your index cards. Write them down. I even went to my house and bought a little kit. All right. My daughter's birthday's tomorrow. I went and got her one. You know what I'm saying? For her birthday, I did a manifestation kit. Okay. Manifesting. I put it in a purse that I know she would desire, but I filled the purse up with everything she would need to go back to the garden. Everything that she would need. It had index cards. It had markers. It had this kit where she can take some stuff up. She can paper clip it where it needs to. She can staple it on whatever she needs to. She can erase anything that's negative in her mind. See, we got to learn how. Why? Because sight is 10 million of the receptors. So I gave her something she could see, but it was filled just like us. We're filled on the inside with everything that we need. We just got to pull it out the purse. We got to learn how to pull things out of ourselves. Okay? Manifest Monday. Be intentional on what you're speaking. Be intentional. Even if you start with just those three, be intentional to expand it. All right? What does healthy look like for me? I am so happy and grateful now that the only cells that move in me are the ones that you created for me. That's what healthy looks like for me. What does healthy look like for me? I am so happy and grateful now that when I go and desire a chocolate, y'all listen, y'all know these kisses, but you know what? I am so happy and grateful now that this was given to me on Valentine's Day and it's still full. Listen, we got self-control, all right? I don't look at it trying to eat the whole bag anymore. Now, if I get this little craving, I may eat two because I'm just funny. I put one on one side, one on the other. Whatever I do on the left side of my mouth, I do for the right side of my mouth because I don't chew in the front. I chew on the sides, okay? I keep it even. We keep it even all the time. So in my head, everything is even. But what does health look like for me? I understand I need to lose weight. So I'm so happy and grateful now that I will broil my chicken and not fry it. And it may sound ridiculous, but I promise you it works. Because if you say it long enough, it works. I don't use Crisco anymore. Now I use virgin oil. I use coconut oil. I've gotten used to the taste. If you do something long enough, you know you can change your taste buds, right? So what does healthy look like for you? What does wealthy look like for you? What does prosperity look like for you? And do it unapologetically. All right? You desire that Bentley? Okay. You're worth it. Break the poverty mentality. Because prosperity is what it is. What is prosperity for me? I'm so happy and grateful now that my kids are happy, whole, full, loved, enjoying life. That's prosperity for me. I'm so happy and grateful now that when my road, finally lets go, that I will go into my Bentley crossover. I'm so happy and grateful now. Okay? Because I understand, when you understand your true wealth, you'll understand that it doesn't come from a place of selfishness and arrogance and wanting to be a showboat. It comes from a place of self-worth. All right? So manifest Monday. Speak life to yourself. In those categories especially. Take it up another level. Write it out. And by faith, we're going to hold each other accountable, and we're going to walk it out, and we're going to be able to share, and we're going to be able to celebrate one another. We're going to continue to esteem each other higher than ourselves. All right? So I am Nicole D. Jones. Continue to walk in who you are. Continue to know your self-worth. Continue to be self-confident. Continue ultimately to be self-controlled. All right? You are healthy. You are wealthy. You are prosperous. I speak it on a Manifesting Monday by faith, knowing that I will see nothing but your hands manifesting those things, because everything you touch, it shall prosper and grow. All right? Continue to have a fantabulous day. Smooches.